you sound nothing like Kripke to my ear.
No, Kripke has a rather pronounced wodicism. Wow, that's hard. I'm out of practice. I think I pulled something.
Your Uncle Joe's Garage, presented by MAV TV Motorsports Network.
Hey, look at this. In your Uncle Joe's Garage, John Ross Bowie is with us today. Welcome back.
Oh, good to be here,
You know,
man.
it's interesting to see you back. Look, before we go any further, let's clarify the name thing first.
Bowie.
Bowie, is that the guy who came up with the knife, or is it Ziggy Stardust?
It's neither.
What?
David is Bowie, and the guy who came up with the knife is Bowie. I like to be difficult, and as such, I am Bowie.
That's why you were invited back, because you're difficult.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. And
Good to be here.
congratulations on the name.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, one of the things we do here inside the garage is a tradition. We dig into your past. What was your first car that you had? You being a successful actor. Like, oh, by the way, the name of the show is Speechless. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Second season coming up. Congratulations. What was your first car?
Well, you know, it's funny. I didn't learn to drive until I moved to Los Angeles at age 30 because I came from New York City. And
Good heavens.
I just did subway and buses for the first 3 decades of my life, and then got here and did a lot of the LA subway, more LA subway than a lot of people have done.
Wow.
Did a lot of the town on foot. Tried to walk back to Hollywood from Burbank one time, and eventually realized this was untenable.
Very much.
So I got a little work in television, and because I didn't come from a car culture, I just wanted something to get me from point A to point B. So it was a '99 Civic. Was my first.
Wow, that's so much superior to what people normally have for their first vehicles.
Well, it's nice, good safety rating. You know, I'm not. I don't think I'm ever going to be the Porsche guy. You know, I mean, I drive a Chevy now. I drive a Chevy Malibu hybrid now. So I'm just with a busted taillight. I just found out on the way here.
With a busted taillight.
Yeah, I don't know. It just stopped working. Yeah, anyway.
Well, that'll give you the cops something to stop pull you
Indeed.
over for. Now, the new show. You're in your second season, Speechless. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute here. Okay. You, I understand, at some point in your past, have a radio involved.
I do.
Did you work in radio? Did you actually work in radio?
I actually did work professionally in radio only because I was working at my college radio station, 92 WICB, the station for innovation.
WIBC, yes.
In not IBC, I think that's irritable bowel something. ICB, Ithaca College Broadcasting, is where I worked, and if you stayed over the summer, they actually paid you.
Wow.
So I had a paying radio job when I was 20 as the morning guy for the modern rock station in Ithaca. Station is still going. I listen to it online sometimes.
That destroyed your social life, though, working mornings, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It really certainly did. But it was great. It was terrific experience, and it was also, I had this massive fear of public speaking when I was a kid.
Oh my God!
Really, really freaked me out, and radio kind of got me over that hump because I was speaking to thousands of people I couldn't see, and it just sort of took the mystique away. So it was a huge part of getting me here, so I can.
So you can get a car and drive around downtown.
Get around and drive
to
to auditions and stuff and get here, yeah.
Do you have a particular type of music that you really enjoy? Evidently, classic rock.
Well, it's funny. A friend of mine has, I think, the final word on this. My friend Slim Moon once said that there
Slim Moon?
Yeah, I know. But he's a little overweight, too. That's the cruel irony. But he made a really good point one time, which is there's good music in absolutely every genre. Yeah. Except jazz fusion, and I'm inclined to agree with that. So if Pat Metheny is listening, I apologize, but I'm not a fan. But yeah, no, I love a lot of classic rock. I love a lot of punk rock. I love. I've got time for show tunes. I just like a lot of different kinds of music.
You should have time for punk rock because you did this entire play on the Ramones, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I wrote a play about the Ramones that had its LA premiere, its world premiere actually last year, and is heading out into some regional theaters now.
Yes.
We're going into we're February is going to see its premiere in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I can't remember the name of the theater off the top of my head, but there's little tiny smaller theaters around because it's a very simple 6-person play. It's the Ramones, Linda Ramone, and Phil Spector. That's who's in the play.
One incredibly crazy person and some other semi-musicians.
That is correct. You'd love the play. Based on that description, you'd love the play.
Last time when you were talking about it, I said, God, I got to see this, and the timing didn't work out. So it'll come back. I'll have a chance to see it like that.
You'll get a chance.
You play the character, this might be news to you, Jimmy DeMeo.
DeMeo, yeah.
Yeah, see, Jimmy DeMeo, just like I said, in the ABC sitcom Speechless. Second season begins late September.
September 27th.
27th?
Yeah.
You co-star with Minnie Driver?
I do.
You dog.
I know. I know. It's crazy, right?
Yes.
And we have 3 children on the show. You know what that implies? Wow. Then at least 3 times, right?
Wow.
So, wow, huh?
And then they pay you.
Yes.
So, congratulations on the second season.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I'm really proud of the show. It's funny. It's heartfelt without being kind of sappy or sentimental. I think it walks a really interesting line between honest discussion about this particular world. We're a family that has a child who uses a wheelchair.
Yes.
So we've got honest discussion about disability, but also some really funny, dark humor going through it, and it's just a delight to work on. It's really fun.
Excellent. You also, in your past, I checked this out, impaired. He spoke English. The Big Bang Theory. You worked in that.
Yep.
You were Sheldon's nemesis.
That's correct. I am. I still occasionally drop by to play Barry Kripke, who is Sheldon's arch nemesis at the university.
You sound nothing like Kripke to my ear.
No, Kripke has a rather pronounced wodicism. Wow, that's hard. I'm out of practice. I think I pulled something.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got this rather pronounced speech impediment, and it's kind of fun because he's a supervillain on the show, or at least I like to think so. And like all supervillains, he has this one sort of issue. And for Lex Luthor, it's alopecia, and for Barry Kripke, it's the speech impediment. So it sort of gives him a comic book quality that I rather like.
That has to be a pretty cool show just to step in and do some stuff.
It's really fun. For one thing, the cast is fabulously wealthy, and that makes you nicer, I've found.
I see.
Not always, but in their case, they're not worried about too much, and they sort of pass that sort of calm and peace on to you. They have, on tape night, they have a sushi chef backstage, and you say, John, don't you mean like a tray of sushi? And I say, no, I mean a sushi chef.
Oh my God.
A guy who's there like filleting tuna. Yeah, it's a hell of a place to work. They're really nice folks, though. They've been very good to me.
Mikey, you got to book us into that.
Sure.
There you go. See, that was that easy.
Is it that easy? You just ask Mikey and that's all that happens?
It's radio, just like this.
Wow. I've been doing it wrong.
The one other thing here, well, one of many other things. You've written for Go Metric and the New York Press, and you authored a book on Heathers?
I authored a book on the movie Heathers, yeah. I got a weird, I know it's strange, but
yes.
I got a gig. An old friend called me up and said, I'm editing a series of books on movies that don't usually get written about. So I don't want to hear an essay on Citizen Kane. I don't want an essay on The Seven Samurai. I want something that people don't usually write about.
Yes.
And I said, in high school, I dated 2 consecutive girls named Heather.
Wow.
And then in my senior year, the film Heathers came out. And he said,
God.
We're in, let's do it. So it's this sort of uneasy combination of film analysis and memoir. It's a great series, actually. The author Jonathan Lethem wrote a book on They Live, the John Carpenter movie with the goggles and Rowdy Piper, may he rest. There's a bunch. Somebody wrote a book on Death Wish. It's a really fun series called the Deep Focus series, and I wrote a book on Heathers.
Well, what we've learned here today is the second season of ABC sitcom Speechless starts on September 27th. And John has dated 2 different women with the same name.
That's correct.
And then written a book about it.
Yes, that's correct.
Very good.
Yeah, not bad.
And he drives. We want to talk about that. So how soon before the Ramones play comes back to town?
I don't have a date, but at this rate, we'll have something going maybe later next year.
Okay, good. And looking forward to the beginning of the second. Congratulations on the second season.
Thanks, man. It's really, this is my first, not counting Big Bang, which I only kind of sporadically visit.
Well,
this is my second season of anything, so I'm pretty excited, yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, pleasure, anytime.
John Ross Bowie is with us, and thank you so much for coming into the garage.
My pleasure, man.
Hey, here we are inside your Uncle Joe's garage, and I know you haven't been inside the garage yet, but I got some great news for you. We've created a mobile version of the Uncle Joe's garage thanks to our friends at Mike Thompson RV Superstores. Like they say, don't miss a moment. And don't miss the mobile Uncle Joe's garage when it comes to a location near you. I'll be looking for you.